one of the strongest forces in the world. Pushes you down, it doesn't pull you up, but I pull myself up. Anyways, so there's a guy who discovered gravity. His name is Sir Isaac Newton. He has gray, crazy hair. It's like, wow! That's not the thing. Anyways, so one day he was reading a book. He was just like, woo, woo, woo. You know, he was sitting down by a tree. This is wood, so it counts as a tree. Anyways, he was sitting there reading, and then all of a sudden, an apple fell on his head. Ow! Wait a minute. I wonder how that happened. That must be gravity. You wait a minute. Ooh. It must be gravity. Yep, that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna create 3 laws. Cut. Alright, the next thing I'm going to talk about is acceleration. It's when you change when you're like moving, and then you change your distance. You change your speed or your direction, alright? So, I'll give you a little demonstration. So you see him going like this. I'm jogging, this is my speed, we'll call it. I don't know. But then I go like this. I accelerate a little more, then I accelerate more. Accelerate more, and then I sprint, and then I move out of the way. That's it. That's acceleration. Alright, now I'm going to talk about reference point. Reference point is the way you look at something to tell if you think it's moving or not. So you look at this brick on the table. Looks like the brick's not moving. You see, watching it, it's not moving. At least as far as I can tell. Because the table, as reference points to the table, you're looking at it and it's not moving. It looks like the brick's not moving because the table looks like it's not moving as well. So when you look at it, the reference point, the way you look at something, the reference point is making you think that it's not moving. But technically, everything on the earth is moving no matter what, the whole time. But that's reference point.
Deep in the heart of ancient motion. Motion is one of the strongest forces in the world. It's how you move. Motion. Motion is just simply moving.
Cut. Alright, now guys, I'm going to tell you about net force, alright? Force and net force, alright? So force is simply just pushing or pulling on something else. Maybe it'll move, maybe it won't. It just depends, alright? So right now, my arm, my body has its own force. This brick on the table has its own force. Gravity's a force. Air resistance is a force. Magnetism is a force. There's a lot of forces. I'm not going to sit here and name them all. Alright, so my force against the brick's force. I'm moving the brick across the table, so that means my force is greater than the brick's force, alright? But then, if I go around back here, and go to here, the house has a force, and I have a force, alright? So if I push on the house isn't going anywhere because I'm weak, and it's very large. So, if I push on the house, it's not moving. Either its net force is greater than mine, but it's not moving at me, or my net force is the same as the house's net force. So if I exert a force onto the house, it exerts the force back onto me, and its force is the same exact as mine, so it's not moving at all. That's net force. And when I showed you earlier, when I was pushing the brick and pulling the brick, that's force. Thank ya. Alright, I'm going to tell you about Newton's first law of motion. So, his first law of motion says, an object at rest will stay at rest until acted upon by an opposite force. And it also says that an opposite in motion will stay in motion until acted on by an equal or greater force. So right here, you see that this wheelbarrow seems to be at rest, but then my force comes on it and pushes it so it moves, alright? And then we'll move that over here. If I start to run, and I run, I'm in motion, and then poof! I was acted on by another force. It was greater than mine, so it made me stop when I ran into it, and maybe even bounce off like a bouncy ball. Alright, like that. That is Newton's first law of motion. Alright, now I'm going to show you Newton's second law of motion, which says that the acceleration of an object is due to its magnitude, whereas the net force and the magnitude and acceleration is all linked together. So if I try to push this, it has a cinder block, a brick, and a baseball bat in it. So if I try to push it, it's going to be a little hard because its magnitude is great, so its acceleration isn't really quite that great. And if I give my force and try to accelerate it, it's going to be harder. But if I take this cinder block out and I just push on it with the bat and the brick in it, it moves much easier. The acceleration is much greater because it has less magnitude. If I take out the brick, and just have the bat in it, move it around here, then I push on it, it'll go even faster because it has even less magnitude. Then if I take out the bat, and just push the wheelbarrow by itself, much faster than all of them. So I might not have to push with the exact same force, but each time you take something out, it decreases its magnitude, which increases its acceleration. And that's Newton's second law of motion. Alright, Newton's third law of motion says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if I push on the wall, I exert force onto the wall, and the wall exerts the force back on me, which is the exact same as me. So I'm not moving the house isn't moving me, because for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So I push, it pushes back, same force. That's Newton's third law of motion. It's pretty simple. Alright guys, now we're on to non-contact forces. There's three of them. There is magnetism, gravity, and air resistance. So gravity, I'll show you gravity. I'll show you two of them today. Alright, first we'll see gravity. Gravity is the force that is acted on that pushes things down to the ground. So the reason that you are stuck on the ground is because gravity is a non-contact force and it pushes you down to the ground. Alright, so this helmet, this is the Power Rangers helmet, guys. Go Power Rangers! Alright, we'll drop it, and as it falls, gravity pulls it down, alright? Simple as that, that's what gravity is. Adios! Alright guys, the next force that I'm going to show you is magnetism. This is one of the other two forces. So I got two magnets right here. Actually, I got three, but you know. Yeah. Alright, so these two right here, this is one magnet, this is the other, alright? So if we push them together, it's pushing that. This one is pushing this one. That means that I either have a north pole right here or a south pole right here, and then the opposite pole right here. Because, the same pole right there. Because, if you have two of the same poles, they go towards each other. They go away from each other. Like this. They're repelling each other, as we say in science class. Alright, but then if we switch it around like this, now one of them is switched and opposites attract. They go like that. Oh, never mind. Maybe. Alright, maybe not. There we go, we'll do that. So they attract each other. Boom. That means we have a north and south side. One's north and the other one is south. Like that. There you go. They attract to each other. That's the other non-contact force, because you can see, you can't see the magnetism pull each other, and they don't have to connect to to get to each other, to attract to each other. See, they don't have to connect. But then they go like that. Dang it, it's working now. Then you gotta do that, like that. They're not in contact. You can see that it's not touching it. There's about an inch of space there, but it's still pushing the other one away. Like that. Alright, that's magnetism.